Have you ever wondered why the great white shark is often portrayed as the villain of the sea? This fearsome predator, the great white, cuts a daunting figure in our minds, largely thanks to its portrayal in popular media. Movies, books, and even news stories often paint the great white as a monster of the deep, a ruthless hunter with an insatiable appetite. This image is further amplified by our innate fear of the unknown, turning the great white into a symbol of our deepest, darkest fears. Yet, like many things in life, the truth is far more complex and nuanced. Great whites, while undoubtedly powerful predators, are often misunderstood and feared due to this portrayal. They are, in fact, a crucial part of our ocean's ecosystem, a keystone species whose presence indicates a healthy marine environment. But is the great white shark really the monster it's made out to be? Let's dive in and find out. One of the most notable features of the great white is its powerful bite. It's a trait that's earned them a reputation, both feared and admired. But how does it stack up against other sharks? Well, let's compare. The great white's bite force is estimated to be about 4,000 pounds per square inch. That's like having a small car chomp down on you. To put it in perspective, the bull shark, another formidable predator, has a bite force of around 1,300 pounds per square inch. This massive bite force of the great white is thanks in part to its unique jaw structure. Unlike humans, a shark's upper jaw is not fixed to its skull. This allows the great white to protrude its jaw outward, increasing the force of its bite. Then there are the teeth, razor-sharp, triangular, and serrated on the edges, like a row of steak knives. A great white can have up to 300 of these fearsome teeth in its mouth at any given time. And here's a fun fact. When a tooth breaks off, a new one quickly moves up to take its place. It's a never-ending conveyor belt of teeth. Despite their powerful bite, great whites are not mindless killing machines, but rather complex and fascinating creatures. Their bite is just one aspect of their survival strategy, a testament to the marvel of evolution and adaptation. But what happens when these ocean predators encounter humans? Great whites, indeed, are curious creatures. Often their encounters with humans are more about exploration rather than predation. They're known to sample-bite various objects to understand their world, and unfortunately, sometimes humans become the subject of this curiosity. However, it's crucial to note that these interactions are relatively rare, considering the number of people who swim, surf, and dive in shark-inhabited waters worldwide. Let's bust a myth here. The portrayal of great whites as ruthless man-eaters is far from reality. Statistically speaking, you're more likely to be struck by lightning or injured by a toilet seat than to be bitten by a shark. Even among the rare shark bites that do occur, great whites are not the leading culprits. Smaller species like the bull shark and tiger shark have a higher incidence of unprovoked attacks on humans. Moreover, when great whites do bite, they often release their human prey almost immediately, indicating that we are not their preferred meal. Contrary to popular belief, humans are too bony for their liking. They prefer the blubbery flesh of seals and sea lions, which provide more energy-rich fat. It's also worth mentioning that great whites don't hold a personal vendetta against humans. They are not lurking beneath the waves waiting for an opportunity to pounce. They are simply living their lives in the open ocean, where they have been the apex predators for millions of years. So let's foster a sense of respect, rather than fear for these magnificent creatures. After all, they play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of our ocean ecosystems. And remember, whenever we enter the ocean, we're stepping into their world, the vast blue wilderness they call home. As it turns out, great whites are not as interested in humans as we might think. So if they're not feasting on humans, what do great whites prefer to eat? The great white shark, contrary to popular belief, is not an indiscriminate eater. Like a connoisseur at a buffet, it is quite selective about its meals. Marine mammals, particularly seals and sea lions, are the preferred delicacies. The high fat content in these creatures provides great whites with the energy they need to power their large, muscular bodies. As juveniles, their menu is quite different. Young great whites tend to favour smaller prey like fish and rays. As they grow, their dietary preferences evolve, and they begin to target larger, energy-rich prey. This dietary shift is not only necessary for their growth, but also helps them develop their signature hunting technique, the breaching attack. Now, let's compare the great white's diet to that of other sharks. The tiger shark, for example, is known as the garbage can of the sea, due to its tendency to eat pretty much anything, including trash. In contrast, the great white's refined palate paints a picture of a more sophisticated predator. Fish, mollusks, and crustaceans make up the bulk of most other sharks' diets. The great white, however, with its preference for large marine mammals, stands out in the shark world, establishing itself as a unique predator. Their refined palate plays a significant role in the marine ecosystem. This dietary preference helps regulate populations, thus maintaining a balanced and healthy oceanic environment. Are great whites lone wolves of the sea, or do they enjoy company? This question tends to evoke curiosity, and rightly so, for the great white shark's social behavior is as fascinating as it is complex. When we think of sharks, we often imagine them as solitary creatures prowling the depths of the ocean. This image, however, is only partially true. While it's common to see great whites alone, they are not strictly solitary. They have been observed gathering in groups, particularly in areas rich with food sources like seal colonies. This gathering, though, doesn't resemble a school of fish. It's more of a loose association, where each shark maintains its independence, yet they coexist peacefully. The social structure of great whites is fascinatingly intricate. They operate on a system of hierarchy, determined by size and sex. The larger females often dominate, with males and smaller sharks deferring to them. This social order helps avoid unnecessary conflict and ensures a smoother coexistence. Compared to other shark species, the great white's social behavior is quite unique. While some species, like the hammerhead and the white-tip reef shark, are known for their highly social nature, great whites appear to strike a balance. They are neither as solitary as the tiger shark, nor as social as the hammerhead. Their social behavior seems to be driven more by practicality and survival than a need for companionship. Great whites also exhibit a phenomenon known as social learning. They have been observed learning from each other, particularly in hunting strategies. This shows that their interactions are not just about dominance and hierarchy, but also about learning and adapting. So while the great white shark might often be seen alone, they are not the antisocial creatures we often imagine them to be. They have a complex social structure, they interact, they learn from each other, and they coexist. They are not the lone wolves of the sea, but rather they are social creatures in their own unique way. Great whites, it seems, have a social side that we're only beginning to understand. How quick can a great white shark really swim? This query piques the interest of many, and rightfully so. Great whites, you see, are not just large, they're also incredibly swift. They can reach speeds of up to 25 miles per hour, making them one of the fastest sharks in the ocean. When it comes to hunting, this speed is a game changer. Imagine being a seal leisurely swimming, only to be ambushed by a great white shark, accelerating with such force and speed that it breaches the surface in a spectacular, albeit terrifying, display of power. This is a common hunting strategy for great whites, and their speed is crucial for its success. When compared to other sharks, great whites are clearly the sprinters of the ocean. Tiger sharks, for instance, can only reach about 20 miles per hour, while the blue shark tops out around 24. Their speed is yet another testament to their efficiency as predators. So, does the great white shark deserve the title of King of the Deep? As we've discovered, these creatures are far more than their fearsome reputation suggests. Their bite force, unmatched among oceanic predators, is not used mindlessly, but with precision and purpose. They're not the mindless man-eaters we've been led to believe, but selective hunters with a preference for seal and fish. Despite their solitary nature, they aren't antisocial, showing occasional signs of cooperation. With their incredible speed and agility, they are undeniably formidable predators. Yet, they are not the mindless killing machines of popular myth. They are an integral part of our marine ecosystems, playing a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of life beneath the waves. The great white shark, it appears, is not a mindless killer, but a complex and vital part of our oceans. They are, in their own way, true kings of the deep.